Good morning, guys. This is Uche, UcheLawrence.com. And this morning, as I drive to work, I'll be talking to you about how American Express saved the day. So, a couple of weekends ago, I had to go to Wichita, Kansas. It was a last minute flight. I had to book a flight the same day. I literally ran out of work. My father had fallen ill, and the family was like, yo, you need to be here. So, I had credit from Southwest that was able to cover the cost of a one-way flight to Wichita. So I went ahead and took care of that. I decided that, I'll figure out what's going to happen with my return flight when I get to Wichita. So caught the flight, got there, took care of family, did what I had to do there. But then I was hoping to be able to come back on Sunday. I left on Friday, arrived from work. So I was hoping to be back by Sunday so I could be at work on Monday. But then what happened was every flight with Southwest leaving, because that's who I called first, was booked. Then looking at the other available flights at other airlines, it was horrendous. So you can imagine if you don't pre-plan a trip, those travel costs tend to be insane. So I sat there wondering what I was going to do. But then I realized, wait a minute, I have gift cards with Delta. So how do I get these gift cards? Well, I have American Express. I have an American Express Platinum and Gold cards, and as part of the perks of having a Platinum card, you get a $200 a year travel credit, and I was able to convert that travel credit into $200 worth of gift cards for Delta, and which I was like, I would be able to use maybe for incidentals on a flight, or maybe to even towards a trip. And I had also $100 gift cards from American Express for their Gold card, and also the same with their business cards for the Platinum Business. So all of my gift cards together ended up being roughly about $600 or so. So I thought to myself, wait a minute, let me call Delta. So I called Delta. I found the most reasonable flight I found was came out to $600 and change. And I called them, and I was able to apply gift cards to that flight. Plus I had like a $60, $70 credit from the previous year. So, but those gift cards came in handy because, let's be honest here, who wants to spend a total of like about $1,000 flying to Wichita, Kansas? I mean, I love Wichita. I mean, no offense, but if I want to spend $1,000 flying, I better be going to the Bahamas or to Jamaica or Grand Cayman, somewhere fun. Not to say Wichita's not fun. I mean, my family lives out there, but you know what I'm saying. In the circumstance of the emergency resulted in me having to spend, more than I should have spent to go to Wichita. But those credits from American Express, was there, and I'm talking about like it was a lifesaver. I was like, wow, and the great thing about it, that those credits was pretty much a gift from American Express for being an American Express member. Some people might say, those of you who are familiar with the Platinum cards might say like, well, the personal card has a $550 a year annual fee, so why would you have that card? But that's the same card that gave me a $200 credit, towards travel. So if you think about it, that $200 pretty much reduced the effective cost of the annual fee down to $350. But you might still say, well, $350 is still a lot of money. Well, the Platinum card comes with a $200 a year Uber credit. So like myself, living in New York City, I'm in Uber at least twice, maybe 3 times a month, to go to meetings, whatever the case is. Living and working in New York, parking is insane. Sometimes to move your car to go somewhere else to park is not worth it. So just jump in an Uber and heading to your next destination satisfies the need for travel. So that $200 credit is definitely being used. So now that $350 is also now minus another $200. So we're talking about $150 as far as the actual effective annual cost of having the platinum card. And it's the same thing on my platinum card on the business side. You know, I get credits that effectively reduces the cost of it down to something that's extremely reasonable. I mean, those of you who have a Sapphire or other cards out there, you know, 150 is really not a big deal. And then with my gold cards, the first year the annual fee is waived. So technically speaking, the credits I get on that side is dope, because if I keep the card the following year, I can really say that, you know what, I already benefited from this card the previous year. So whatever the cost the second year, I split that in half. So it just makes sense to me. I'm very grateful to have American Express, and beyond that, beyond just the travel credit, even just traveling to Wichita, having a platinum card, mind you, I left. I booked a flight, left work, had to go pick up the fiance, jumped on a flight. We picked her up. We drove straight to LaGuardia. When we get to LaGuardia, mind you, we've been moving around trying to figure this thing out. And when we got there, and we had some time to kill. So what did we do? Took the American Express Platinum card, went to the American Express Centurion Lounge, walked in there, and guess what? There was a gourmet meal there and drinks on the house. And when we got to our layover in St. Louis, same thing. I was able to use my priority pass to go to the lounge that was there. And the priority pass, if you know anything about the cost of it, for the cost of what the card, what you would pay for that card if you just bought it by yourself for travel lounges you're traveling, it's what, $200-300. That comes for free with the American Express card. So we were able to travel and not have that cost us nothing. That's just part of the perks of being an American Express. I'm sorry, can't talk this morning. The perks of being an American Express card member. So yeah, thank you, American Express. Thank you. Definitely, there's a reason that people say that American Express is the best, especially the Platinum card is the best travel rewards credit card. And listen, it came extremely handy, and I'm 100% positively sure that I'm going to be an American Express card member for a long time to come. So with that being said, thank you. Hopefully the story helped someone, anyone out there who's thinking about getting American Express. But at the same time, you have any questions and are considering it, and you're like, well, I'm not quite sure, but I still have some other questions, feel free, drop me a line, and I'll definitely answer whatever I can answer. But till then, this is Uche, UcheLawrence.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and I look forward to our next chat. Have an amazing day, guys. Peace.